I'll try to show you how to load file in RexML. So I'll go to first I'll find my RexML folder. So it's there here. I'll go there. So RexML. So what I'll do is RexML. I think we have a zip file. This file I can send you in WhatsApp. So this is a small file. So what I'll do is I'll show you the how RexML looks. So first I'll go into RexML, and this is how the RexML looks. So you have to load alignment here. Now the problem is that for most of our file that we make, they are in FASTA format. So what I'll do, because that part I'll not go into, because after you do this alignment in Mega, you get just for your sake I'll show you. For example, this Rochester 16S gene. Okay, so I will just copy it, and whatever it comes doesn't matter. I'll just show you what happens to the data next. So I just paste it, and then muscle, and then compute. So let it finish the work. So I'll also try to show you why do I think your data has some wrong, maybe not so good genes, or so you see. If I go like this, you see lots of these things. This maybe at one point or so this is okay, like here it is okay, maybe sometime for one species some insertion may be there. Here you see it looks good, but then at the end you can have such things that you can delete. That's fine. But then if I have something here, so I need to check once that it may not be wrong, but I will check once what is about the data that I have taken. So what I'll do here, so as you know that you will have to save it in FASTA format. So I'll go back to Rochester, and I'll save it as FASTA format. I'll check if it is saved. Yes, you see here FASTA format. So now if you see here, if I open the RexML load alignment, so here they want Philip format. You can also do import FASTA file, but for that you need to download that, and this link is missing. If I do it here, I think you see that not found. So this is a problem. So what I'll do is I'll not do anything with this right now. So there is a software free of cost. The whole program is not free, but you can do this stuff for free of cost. So trial later. So because I have expired my trial version, but it's okay, that is fine. So I'll delete whatever I had, and what I'll do is I'll drag this FASTA file to this window. Okay, I can let this ND2, this is the previous sequence, this is this Rochester sequence. So what I'll do is I'll export the selected file, and it is already in Philip format. So what I'll do is I'll go to that folder Rochester. I'll just copy it, so it becomes easy. So I'll just paste it here. So here it is 16S data, so I'll keep it as 16S. Okay, done. Proceed. Okay, done. These are default values that I have chosen. So what I'll do now, I have a format that is compatible with RexML. So load alignment. So I'll go and just give the destination, and this is the Philip file, you see, phy. So I'll just select the file. So there is sometime, do you want to exclude the, you say no. RexML found at least one exactly identical. I don't know, this keeps on coming up, so I say no. Okay, so outgroup you have already selected. We have this polypeditive. out group you can take it later on, doesn't matter. We can do that, but I can also then gamma GTR, because this only has GTR versions of GTR, so we don't have much option here. In the XML we just have GTR, many versions of GTR, so let it be GTR gamma. How many replicates? 100, 200, 500, 1000. I just take this 1000 and see, for example, this is a we don't have to do any codon based partition here for 16s. For example, for your idea, if this is a gene which requires partition, so first you read here how many nucleotide bases, 1989. Okay, so you go to analysis, set partition. Set partition, you see here 1989, you write here 1989. So what is this? This is a codon based. Okay, so codon specific. Okay, so you say add. So for codon it has partition according to codon. Okay, you see 3. So okay, all characters. Okay, use pre-partition branch length. No, I just keep it, I just use this, and then we are pretty much done, and you run the scan and it will take time. And then in your the folder where you have this, the Rochester sequence, you will have the file coming up. Bipartition, the file will have some name as bipartition. It will take long time, so I will not go into details here. So maybe I can show you how the file will look like once it is done. So maybe I go to this one, recent sequence that we had, Lung Lai sequence. So yeah, it will come like this. Bipartition, here it was ND2 gene, but your one, because then whatever the name you give, it bipartition and then the file name. So my file name right now that it is executing is 16s, so it will be XML underscore bipartition dot 16s. Now just for basic idea, I am going to fig tree. Sorry. So fig tree. Okay. So you go here into fig tree. I'll just copy the link location. So there are lots of, I see, open windows, so I'll close some so that it becomes easier for us. Okay, I don't know where is the fig tree from. Okay, let me close. These are long files. Okay, here is fig tree. So what I'll do is, because I have already, it is already open. So you see, bipartition file. Okay, okay. So the levels will be the one. So you have to go to branch length and select levels for your bootstrap value. And here, since we did not give the software XML the outgroup, so it just defined outgroup by itself, the one at the top it took as outgroup. So this value figures were at the top, Lung Lai entries, so it took it as outgroup. So I'll maybe Streetwriter, Rastelli or Fluency, I'll put at outgroup, and this is the tree and these are the bootstrap value. I think this is what you wanted. Okay, so any confusion, you just let me know.